Budapest vacation travel guide. This one's coming from Expedia.com. Really hope you guys are able to see this video. They might actually claim this. I have no idea, but we're gonna do it. I'm curious about Budapest. I still gotta figure out how to say it correctly. I'm just sticking with Budapest for right now, but we haven't done a video on them yet, so I'm really excited to see what the country has to offer. But I just called Budapest a country. I'm not that dumb, you guys. Smash the like button. Let's dive in. Hungary.
The Hungarian capital, Budapest.
By the way, if you're Hungarian, I've been seeing you guys in the news a ton lately. I follow a lot of world news and some wild stuff going on, like with the EU and all that.
Is situated on the banks of the Danube in Central Europe. It's the political, economic, and cultural heart of the nation, and one of the most beautiful and livable cities on the continent.
Wow. Man, the freaking architecture you guys have. I say it all the time, but my God. Holy shit.
For centuries, this has been a tale of two cities. The city of Buda, rising from the steep western hills, and Pest, stretching away into the flat plains of the east. The Danube kept these two cities apart until 1873, when the first of Budapest's 7 bridges began stitching the two halves into one.
So they used to be 2 separate cities? Wow.
This tale of two cities has been one of destruction and renewal too. Just as the Danube's waters have coursed through Budapest, so too have the great tides of European history, often gracefully, but sometimes with ferocious force. Budapest is a big city, and navigating its patchwork of districts can be as challenging as understanding its complex history. For a sweeping overview, head to the Citadella on the Buda side of the Danube, and take in the views from the 19th century ramparts on Gellert Hill.
I just gotta say, the city looks absolutely stunning. All the buildings kind of do the same thing where like they have like a really pointy tip to them. I know it's the architecture from, back in the day, but like it just gives it all a certain feel. A little different than some other European cities I've seen too. It's much more prevalent.
Just upriver from the
like
Citadella,
this, everywhere.
is Budapest's oldest area.
Everything's pointing up to the sky,
which is filled with medieval, Baroque, and 19th century buildings. Ride the 150-year-old funicular up Castle Hill to Buda Castle. First built in the 13th century, the castle has been home to Hungarian kings, a stronghold for Ottoman armies, and headquarters for an elite German commando unit. Over the last 700 years, the castle complex has been reduced to rubble by wars and rebuilt in peacetime many times over. At the northern end of Castle Hill rises the defiant spire of Matthias Church, which served as a mosque during the 150 years of Ottoman rule.
Whoa, hold up.
Which served as a mosque during the 100.
That roof is throwing me for a win right now. Are those like tile shingles that have made like a design? That's so cool.
50 years of Ottoman rule. Step from the church and onto the terraces of Fisherman's Bastion, whose 7 towers represent the 7 Magyar tribes who founded the Hungarian nation in the 9th century. In medieval times, fishwives peddled their wares here. Today, the fanciful terraces are yet another great place to catch views across the city. Once you've explored the heights of Castle Hill, stroll across another of Budapest's iconic landmarks to the Pest side of the city. Crossing the Danube wasn't always this easy. For centuries, travelers were at the mercy of the water's moods. In 1820, a young count vowed to create a bridge after winter ice flows prevented him from attending the funeral of his beloved father. 30 years on, the Ste G chain bridge was completed. Hailed at the time as one of the world's engineering wonders, the bridge was just one of many achievements which earned István Széchenyi the title of the greatest Hungarian.
It still looks so good.
Once you've crossed the river, follow the riverbank upstream to Hungary's Parliament building, Lovingly constructed from 40 million bricks, 500,000 precious stones, and 88 pounds of gold,
Whoa.
this architectural masterpiece holds the hopes and dreams of the nation. It's also the home of the Hungarian crown jewels, which have been hidden, lost, stolen, and returned many times over.
The Hungarian crown jewels?
Join a tour to see the crown of Hungary's first king, St. Stephen, which after being kept in America's Fort Knox for safekeeping throughout much of the Cold War, now takes pride of place beneath the Parliament's central dome. The Parliament building is home to around 100 statues, but none is more cherished than that of former Prime Minister Imre Nagy. In 1956, Nagy enraged the Soviets by announcing his country's withdrawal from the Warsaw Pact, sparking a gallant but doomed uprising which cost him and thousands of Hungarians their lives.
Look at all the soldiers out here. That's so awesome.
Just a short walk downriver from the Parliament building is a sobering memorial to another of the city's darkest chapters. In 1944, thousands of Budapest citizens, many of them Jews, were executed here by the ruling fascist party. 60 pairs of iron shoes lined up along the riverbank pay tribute to those who were shot and swept into the night by the Danube's currents.
That's powerful. What a unique idea.
Despite the horrors of World War II, today's Budapest has one of the largest Jewish populations in Europe. Lose yourself in the Jewish Quarter, an area undergoing renewal thanks to its colorful cafe and bar scene. Then pay your respects at the Dohanye Street Synagogue, the largest Jewish house of worship in Europe.
Oh, wow.
Budapest is home to over 200 museums.
I just gotta say, all the architecture that I've seen so far is look at this thing. I don't ever see anything like this when I'm even walking around in a big city like Nashville. We have some, but nothing like monuments like this. So cool.
The nation's most important, the Hungarian National Museum, lies just to the south of the Jewish Quarter. Here you can explore over 1,000 years of Hungarian history, from the days of the Magyars to the Stalinist era and beyond. But this is more than just a building dedicated to the past. This is a place where history was made. In 1848, the first calls for revolution rang out from these very steps, inspiring Hungarians to rise and throw off the shackles of their Austrian overlords. Like so many of this city's historic buildings, the story of St. Stephen's is filled with drama.
Ego sum via veritas et vida? I'm gonna have to do a decode on that.
The basilica took 54 years to complete. It would have been finished years earlier had a storm not caused the dome to collapse, forcing the builders to demolish the entire basilica and start from scratch. Thankfully, the new dome has held firm now for over a century, a reassuring thought as you take in the views from its top. From St. Stephen's, allow yourself to be swept up Andrassy Avenue, a World Heritage listed boulevard lined with exquisite neo-Renaissance architecture and grand cafes.
This is just crazy. This is a cafe. I don't know if this looks more like a really nice restaurant.
Not far from St. Stephen's is another temple, this one celebrating the European gods of music. Even though the curtains first opened at the Hungarian State Opera House over 130 years ago,
look at those marble pillars. Jeez.
The acoustics here are still considered among the world's finest.
I've only been in the opera one time.
Andrassy Avenue
it was really cool.
To flow to the northeast through Franz Liszt Square, dedicated to the city's most revered musical son, before finally opening out onto Heroes Square. Gaze up at Hungary's 7 founding Magyar chieftains and pause for a few moments at the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Okay.
Heroes Square is a gateway to City Park, which in 1896 was the centerpiece of Hungary's Millennium celebrations.
Jeez.
As part of festivities, Vajda Hunyad Castle was created, a temporary attraction made from cardboard and wood, showcasing the evolution of Hungarian architecture. The castle proved so popular that it was later rebuilt in stone, and today houses an agriculture museum, a fascinating tribute to the Hungarian people's close connection with the land.
Nice.
City Park is also the home of the Ste G thermal baths, a vast water palace of pools, saunas, steam cabins, and massage rooms.
That is a massive, I almost just said bath, pool. That's a huge pool. Holy cow. How often you guys are you able to use this out of the year? I would imagine like 4 or 5 months maybe?
A vast water palace of pools, saunas, steam cabins, and massage rooms. Budapest
That looks like a
lies
great time.
across
I want
a
to be in
network
that right
of
now.
over 125 thermal springs.
Oh, whoa.
The Romans took advantage of these warm medicinal waters over 2,000 years ago, as did the Turks, who later built lavish bathhouses on the Buda side of the city at Galaat.
What?
By the 1930s, Budapest was known throughout the world as a city of spas. For many in Budapest, taking the waters is a weekly ritual. These are the places locals go to rejuvenate their bodies, spirits, and connections with loved ones and friends. Whether it's the sparkling Danube or the thermal springs, there's something truly special in the water here that's helped Budapest absorb some of history's most turbulent passages and re-emerge renewed. So when you're ready to experience moments of reflection, inspiration, and sublime beauty, come to Budapest, one of the world's great cities. You're sure to come away
It looks
rejuvenated
beautiful at
too.
nighttime. Holy cow. I am for sure going to Budapest. I want to go in those baths. I'm gonna have to do a whole video on that, like a whole video on Budapest. How have we not covered this yet? I mean, we've like lightly covered it in some videos, but all right. Thank you guys so much for recommending that to me. Send me more of Hungary. I want to check it out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.